Welcome in, Spreads and Subs Daily Gambling Show. I am your host, Josh Reidelbach. Today is Tuesday, July 16th. Today we are going to give some WNBA picks for you all as it is the MLB All-Star break. I will update you on the schedule for this week as well as how we did last week and what we are looking to do this week. But before we do that, quick shout out to Bet Openly. Shout out to Bet Openly for the best odds in the game. Sign up with Bet Openly. Hit the link in the description. And DM me on Twitter at JReidNBA, JReidNBA. And I will be able to get you a promo code for Bet Openly. So after you sign up, DM me on Twitter at JReidNBA. And for the Hashmark Sports store, link also in the description. You can get a hat like this, I Only Like Winners. Join the I Only Like Winners Club and get yourself some merch, as well as we have some Hashmark and Hashmark Show hoodies, as well as some shorts on there, as well as you can see on the screen right now. So, moving on to the gambling. Actually, we'll start off talking about the schedule this week. The schedule this week is going to be a little bit different. Yesterday there was no show. Today the show will be entirely WNBA because there's no MLB. Same for tomorrow's show, will be entirely WNBA with no MLB on today. Thursday there will be no show as we will have the WNBA Olympic break starting on Thursday, as well as no MLB still. And then Friday we will be back with an all MLB show. So no show yesterday and Thursday. We will have shows today, tomorrow, and Friday. So a little bit of a shorter show today. We have 6 picks for you in the WNBA as there are 3 games past 1 o'clock. And we will start with the Storm, minus 8.5 at minus 114. The Storm lead this series 1-0 after winning by 16 last month against the Sparks. The Sparks are the worst team in the league. They've lost 10 of their last 12 games. The Storm are ranked 4th in offensive rating and 3rd in defensive rating on the year so far, while the Sparks are ranked 9th in offensive rating and 10th in defensive rating. They were a much better defensive team when they had Cameron Brink and when they were playing a little bit better earlier on in the year, but they've been so bad since they lost her, especially on the defensive end. I think the Storm take care of business, win by double digits tonight, so give me them minus 8.5 at minus 114. Next one here, we have, Storm Sparks, did I write under on there or did I write over? Jesus, all right, cool. Over 162 at minus 110. This is 9-4 in the last 13 Storm games and 7-4-2 in the last 13 Sparks games. This has went over in the only other matchup, between these two teams, the Storm and the Sparks. A lot of alliteration, Jesus. But yeah, give me the over 162. I feel pretty good about that in this game. Next one here, we have the Liberty minus 3.5 at minus 108. The Liberty are 2-0 versus the Sun this year, and they are 11-1 at home in New York. They are back to the number 1 offensive rating in the entire league, and they still sit at 4 defensively, easily marking them as a top 4 team in this league. The Sun are also really good, of course. They're 3 in offensive rating and 2 in defensive rating. The Liberty play really, really good versus the top teams in the league, such as the Storm, the Sun, and the Lynx. And the Sun do not play as well against the Liberty, the Storm, and the Lynx. So I expect the Liberty to continue to perform well in these big games, and the Sun to not perform as well. So give me the Liberty minus 3.5 at minus 108. And as always, if you guys have any questions about any specific games or specific bets, throw that in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. Next one here, pick number 4, we have Sun Liberty over 154 at minus 110. This is hit in 10 of the 13 Liberty games this year. These teams are ranked 2 on offense and 3 on defense on average. Liberty are a better offensive team, and both of the first games were in Connecticut. I think this game ends up being way more offensive on the Liberty's home turf in New York. I think we see this game go over 154. Here we go. Moving on to the final game of the day. I have 2 more plays here. We have Sky plus 13.5 at minus 112. The Sky are not a good team at all, but they play a lot of good teams and they are tested. Both teams are pretty average defensively. The Vegas Aces are up to 5th in defensive rating. They fell for a while. They're back up to 5th. Chicago is a solid 6th in defensive rating. Sky lost by 12 the one other time they played this year. I think they're going to be able to keep this close enough against the Aces, maybe lose by around 10 and cover 13.5. Just a slightly too big of a spread for me. And then my last pick of the day before we get into the best bets, give me the Sky Aces under 173.5 at -105. Vegas has gotten so much better defensively the past few weeks. They're up to 5, like I said, in defensive rating. The first game between these two teams just barely went over. I think it was 175 or 176 or something like that. I don't think the Sky have the offensive ability to have this be a super high-scoring game, regardless of what the Liberty do. I think the Sky keep this close enough, and I think we see something like a 90 to 70 sort of game, which would, of course, hit this very easily for us. So, give me the under in Sky Aces. So moving on to my 3 best bets, like I said, this is going to be a bit of a shorter show today, and my laptop is not about to die, but it's not high battery. First one I'm going to pick for my best bets, and I do all these live on the show if you're new. Give me the Liberty -3.5 at -108. Like I said, I think they're more battle-tested than the Sun. I think they play a lot better against the good teams in the Sun, and of course they're 11-1 at home. They've been so dominant at home this year. Best offensive team in the entire WNBA. Give me the Liberty -3.5. What else? Give me the Storm -8.5 actually as well as one of my best bets. I feel good about them winning by double digits here. We've been just taking big spreads against the Sparks all season. I trust that the Storm, how good they've been on both sides of the ball, top 4 in offense and defense on the year right now, and they've been playing a lot better offensively in the past few weeks. I trust that that's going to be able to carry, especially against a team like the Sparks, who has been giving up a ton of points. And for that exact reason, my third and final best bet is going to be the over 162 in this game. Like I just said, with how great the Storm are playing offensively and how poor the Sparks are playing defensively, I think we see a game that goes way over. Of course, the Storm are a good defensive team, but I think the Sparks are going to be able to. We've seen in these games they've been able to give up a ton of points and score a ton of points recently. I think this covers 162. So my 3 best bets are the first 3 bets I named for the day here. Give me Storm -8.5 at -114. Storm Sparks over 162 at -110, and Liberty -3.5 at -108. All right, so like I said, with today's show and tomorrow's show being all WNBA, there are going to be shorter shows. Friday's show should be back to normal, and then every show after that should be good with basically all MLB for the next month. But we feel pretty good about MLB. We've been taking almost all MLB for our best bets over the past couple weeks, getting prepared for this month where it's just MLB. But like I said, these couple shows here today and tomorrow are going to have a shorter amount of picks. How many WNBA games are on tomorrow? Oh my God, we only have one game we could bet on tomorrow. So I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow yet. Tomorrow is up in the air. It's tough with just maybe the worst week for betting sports. But regardless, thank you everybody for watching and listening. A couple quick shout outs again. Bet Openly for the best odds in the game. Sign up with Bet Openly, hitting the link in the description, and deposit $50, and you have a chance to win some money back from Bet Openly. So sign up with Bet Openly, best odds in the game, and the Hashmark Sports Store. We have some stuff in the TikTok shop if you want to click this on the account here. We also have the link in the description for the I Only Like Winners Club. You can get yourself a hat and join that club, as well as all of the merch that I showed a little bit ago. So thank you everybody for watching and listening. Once again, Storm -8, -114. Storm Sparks over 162 at -110, and Liberty -3.5 at -108. Thank you everybody for watching and listening, and I'll see everybody soon.